We are back again with another episode of RUPKATHA, and as usual, we showcase students who have gone on to achieve a considerable amount of success early on in their professional careers on this program. And today we have with us Tauquir Ahmed. Hello, Tauquir.
Yeah, hello,
Uh,
sir. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us on this show. And I think this is the third episode I am hosting, and it's just such a great delight to be talking to these young and bright people every week. It's such a sheer joy, and I get to learn a lot myself from talking to them. And so let me introduce young Tauquir to all of you today. Tauquir is a Smart India Hackathon 2022 finalist. He is the Kavash 2023 runners-up. He is an ICPC regionalist. He has cracked TCS Prime, and he has also got an offer from Predict. Tauquir, for those of you who have not figured it out yet, he is a student of CSBS at Techno India University, and he is very soon going to be an alumnus. He is now in his fourth year. And so, to begin, so Tauquir, how do you feel coming to university as a guest at a program where once you came as a student? How does it feel?
Yeah, so I feel really nice to be a part of this university, and I never thought that I would be sitting here with my so prestigious teachers and giving interview to them and having a podcast with them and sharing my experiences about college.
Right. So, straight off the bat, let me ask you a question, which is that who do you think is the most instrumental for your professional success in your immediate surroundings? Because often people will talk about your hard work, they will talk about your dedication and things like that. But is there someone in your family, in your friend circle, in your mentor circle perhaps, who has helped you or who has believed in you? What do you think? Who would you say?
Yeah, so definitely first comes my parents
Okay.
who have helped me and supported me throughout my college and to choose the career which I am pursuing. And they've always supported me whatever decision I had to make. And apart from them, I would like to thank my friends, my seniors, who have always helped me and guided me throughout my journey to do the things which they have done, or to do the right things to achieve my goals.
Right, I see. And did you always know you would study this kind of subject or go for this kind of job? When did that happen in your life?
No, actually, I never thought that I would be taking computer science
Right.
when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, my interest lied in automotive industry,
Okay.
and I liked cars a lot. But in my class 9, 10, and 11, I got really good scores in computer. In fact, I got 98 in boards in computer. So then I thought maybe this is my subject and I should pursue this. And then I took computer science.
Right, I see. So, did you know
uh, Technical clubs, and got insights from my seniors, my teachers, from HODs and all.
Right, I see. So, I would like to say, when you first entered university, I'm sure you had certain dreams or aspirations like we all do when we're 17 or 18, and now you're a few years older.
Yeah.
Um, what were the dreams that you had when you entered when you were 18, and is that the way that your life has gone, or was it something completely different?
Uh, mm, More or less, my aim was to crack Google or
Okay.
Microsoft, and also to make a product which would help the society. So yeah, for doing both these, for pursuing both these dreams, I've been working really hard. As in my second year, we all know Striver, as we know, he's a very famous YouTuber and a engineer at Google. So he came to our college, and he really motivated me to crack Google. And he said that anyone could crack Google
Right.
if they are doing the right amount of hard work.
Right.
So I've been really working on that since my second year.
Tell me a little bit about this program. This YouTuber who works at Google, did you say?
Yeah.
He came to your college, and what was the program about?
Yeah, basically it was a technical club, and they invited them, our seniors basically.
Right.
They invited him to our college to attend a session, to give insights about his journey and
Right.
all.
Kind of like what you are doing today.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe you will motivate someone to go on to achieve their dreams, just like
Yeah.
he did with you. Who knows?
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
So I would like to ask you that. So you've achieved a fair amount of success that is evident to everyone.
Mm.
Is that something that you plan to do? So maybe you inculcated several habits in yourself that you thought, okay, this is what I will do every day, or something like that. Or is it that this thing that happened was something almost unconscious and automatic, and you don't really know how you've achieved success? Which one is it?
No, I actually planned, and my
yeah.
goals were much higher. So it is a saying that you have to uh, actually dream a bit higher to get something. So my dream was to crack Google and Microsoft. So I landed to TCS Prime. Although this is a really nice offer, but not in comparison with Google.
Right.
But
Of course.
yes, I am still trying, and maybe someday I will crack Google also.
I see.
Yeah.
I think there is this saying in English, maybe it was Oscar Wilde who said it, that if you aim for the stars, maybe you will land on the moon.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yes. Yes.
So tell me a little. Once you entered university, did you get involved into any activities, any community activities which helped you prepare your mindset for where you are today?
Yes.
Like what? Did you join a club or something like that?
Yes. So basically, when things were online,
Yes.
our seniors already approached us via WhatsApp to join the club, which was Google Developer Students Club, and there we attended sessions of our seniors where they taught us different technological things like web development and ESA and machine learning and all stuff. But when it was online, I didn't pay a lot of attention to that.
Why do you think that is?
Because we all know when it's online, things don't go right.
Educators and parents, are you listening? When it's
Yeah.
online, things don't go right. So,
But
anyway,
not
go-
for everyone, I could say, not for everyone. But mostly when you are fresh in college, you don't want to study a lot of things because since you have just cracked competitive exams, and you want to take a little bit of rest, I guess, in the first year.
A little bit of rest
Yeah.
is a euphemistic way of putting it, let's say.
Yeah.
But I think he touches upon something important, and this is my third time of hosting this show, and I have seen even in the previous two cases, it is the same thing. If you listen to what he said that it was this sense of community or seniors who told him that come join this club, come be a part of this. And I think what that goes on to show, and it's something we talked about in the previous programs as well, that often selecting the right educational institution is not simply about what a great syllabus they have or what great faculty they have. The question also is, what is the environment like? What is the student activity like? What is the relationship between previous batches and current batches? It is my belief, and it shines in Tauquir's words as well, that if you don't have the correct people in your social surrounding telling you, talking about the right kinds of things, encouraging you to pick up the right kinds of skills, perhaps success is not that easy to attain. And at Techno India University, we believe that providing the right environment for students is very important to help them succeed. And it's not simply a question of are the teachers teaching the right subjects. Notice, however, pitifully, he has not talked about the teachers at all. He has talked about the seniors, and he has talked about how he didn't like online classes. But anyway, so taking on from what he said, how did it feel physically coming to campus? Because I realize you're probably one of those batches who experienced college online first, and then later on you experienced college in a physical form, right?
Yes.
So how long did you experience online college?
So it was nearly about 1.5 years, maybe 1 year, 2 months, 3 months.
Right,
Like,
right. I
Uh,
see.
so when I reached college, I met my friends, and then I came to realize, okay, this is how college feels like. Also met some seniors who called us to take our name and do sing a song like something. It's all right, but it's all a part. And also there are seniors who have helped us a lot, and especially I made friends. Here is so being this part of the journey. There is one of my friend who interviewed here last week, which is Ripan,
Right.
and he's basically my peer programmer, what I say. And we started this journey together, and we both helped each other to grow and compete with each other and learn new things.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, from what he says, I think it's so important. Quite often, if you listen to podcasts, motivational talks, that everyone tells you about how to form good habits, wake up at 6 a.m., go to the gym, think positive thoughts, and other things like that. But from what Tauquir is saying, something else comes out entirely. He talks about having the right social bonds. He talks about having the right friend. He even used the word peer programmer. I think that's a very interesting phrase to use. You have a friend who maybe competes with you a little, helps you, and I think this is something that maybe in an online environment you cannot possibly replicate. I think there is still something to be said for the magic of young people physically being in the same space, which being online at the same time in a Google Classroom, while it must certainly have its advantages, I don't think it quite provides this kind of bonding. And I would like to ask you, so you joined the programming club, you hung out with your seniors, you talked with them, and when do you think, because talking to you I get the sense that your goals are very clear in your life, you know exactly what you want to do. When did this form? Was this something that happened before you joined university, or is it something that happened when you talked to your seniors and you figured out, okay, you know what, I want to be that guy who works at Google? When did that happen?
Uh, Actually, it happened when I joined college, and after that, I thought, okay, so since I want to be a software engineer, so why not be the most recognized company? So I started aiming for that, and not only that, my some of my teachers also helped me in the college to, and they gave me referrals also. For I also applied for some internships, and they gave me some referrals also from college, but also I was not so much lucky to get those referrals. Means I was not able to crack in my second year at that time, but in my fourth year I have done this much things,
Right.
as you know.
So I think this is also quite interesting. You see, what happens inside your head is something that really defines a lot of what you will do in life. Young Tauquir, his ambition of working at Google, it is an open question whether this would have happened had he not joined this university, you know.
Yeah.
Because as he says, I joined university and then I saw people around me, then I thought I'm going to be a computer programmer, and then he thought, why not be a computer programmer at the company that is the most recognized on the planet. Now, I think, I don't know if you will agree, I think this is an important realization for a student to have, and this is not something that's going to happen in your textbook, and it's not something that's going to even perhaps happen in the classroom. And so to go on a little in another direction, so since you've just gone through the wonder and terror that is college, what would your advice be to, let's say, students who are just getting into college? What experiences do you think that they absolutely must not miss out on, or what are the things that you think must do so that they don't miss out on the experience that is university? What would you say?
Yeah. So according to me, the best advice would be to start early. Whatever you want to do or whatever you want to pursue, you might be confused in which field you should, in which full field you should pursue and continue. But ask your seniors, contact with them, get connections on LinkedIn, and ask whatever you want, whatever you doubts you have, because they are just your seniors. Whatever you are going to experience, they have already experienced. So ask them and know in which field do you belong, and obviously find a good friend of yours which would help you to give you a healthy competition, and both of you learn and achieve great things in college.
Right, I see. Having said this, now we will go on to something a little different. We have with us today a student of TIU as well, but instead of talking about programming, we have with us Kali, who joined us last week as well, and she will be singing a new song for us today. And with great difficulty, we have managed to put together a track which we are very, very, very hopeful will reach your ears as well. We have tried to do some technical magic. Last time she sang with just her voice, and it was wonderful, if you ask me. But this time she's going to sing with a track as well. So I would just like to say hello, Kali. Thank
Hello,
you for
sir.
joining us again with your vocal stylings. So what are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing Tujhse Naraz Nahi Zindagi.
Right. I hope our technical team is on their toes and they are listening to what I am saying. If they are not, it is going to be disaster. But if they are, hopefully you will hear everything. So I will request someone who is in control of this to maybe press play on the track, and here we go. Our fingers are crossed. We don't hear anything yet, but let's hope. It is there, it is there. One must have hope. So we are still waiting. I have a great friend of mine who is fond of saying, technology takes no logic, and it seems to be applicable. He says another thing in Bengali. He says, যন্ত্র যদি থাকে যন্ত্রণাও থাকবে. So এই যে যন্ত্রের যন্ত্রণা, এটা নিয়ে আমরা এখন আছি, and we are hoping that the track will burst out and cut me off very rudely, and if that happens, I will be very glad, but that has not happened as of yet. What should we do? Maybe should we ask Kali to do it without a track, or do we? Okay, no, we wait. So maybe no. So Kali, tell me a little bit about this song that you will sing today. No, we are, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to figure out what's going on. There is a track that is supposed to be playing, and sooner rather than later it will play. I am not too worried about it. Eventually these things happen. So tell me a bit about this song.
Sir, this is basically a Hindi old songs,
Right.
and the composer of this song is R.D. Burman.
Oh, RD is a great composer. I love RD. I think the things RD has done with music is frankly unprecedented. Is this something? I remember last week you talked about how close you were with your father. Is this something that you had with your father?
Yes, I have lot of memories with my father. Like-
But with this song particularly, or no, not so much?
No, sir, not with this song.
Okay, I see. I think it's frankly fascinating that children as young as Kali are listening to R.D. Burman. I think because you see songs nowadays perhaps last 2 months or 3 months, they become viral, they become popular, and they go away. To encounter a young student who is listening to R.D. Burman, who is perhaps evergreen, I think is fascinating for me personally. Um, Even before Kali, because I remember talking to her last week, we were talking about Tauquir and the importance of having the right environment for someone to grow. For Kali, if you joined us last week, you will know, and if you haven't, I'll tell you either way. Her father is the one who introduced her to old Bollywood songs, and being around her father, singing songs with her father, is what got her into this particular style and kind of music. And so I will just ask Ali until the song will go on, which is that, do you have, like he has a coding club like at university, are you part of communities at university who maybe sing together or play together? Does something like that exist?
Like sir, I have one of my singing platform or something like WhatsApp group where I used to post my songs, and all of them uh, continue me to sing.
Ah, okay, I see. So something tells me that our song is ready, perhaps. So I will keep quiet and I will let Kali go on. So we will take one more attempt. So this is take two, and we are hoping Kali will be able to sing. Go for it.
तेरी मासूम सवालों से
Thank you.
Wow, I must say that Kali has penchant for singing the most difficult songs in the world. Last time when she sang, what did you sing?
Sir, I didn't remember
No, no,
now.
you sang a very, very difficult song, and I was just thinking, this girl.
Sir, आपकी नजरों ने समझा.
That is not an easy song to sing. That's a very difficult song to sing, and this is also a difficult song to sing. So I think what Tauquir was saying about reaching for the stars and landing on the moon, I think Kali has that attitude towards singing. I will sing the most difficult songs in the world, and let me see what happens then. So uh, how did you get into singing this kind of music? You told me last week that you listened to your father singing these songs as well, right?
Yes, sir.
And so was it something like when you were young you thought this is something I want to do with my father? Was it something like that?
Sir, like in the previous 5 years, I've started singing, and like normally, like not any on platform, or haven't performed in any event, and continue. I am interested like in this field, and I will be
Right.
continuing.
So is it fair to say that at university is one of the first places that you started performing publicly?
No, sir. I had already performed in one of the event.
Okay.
Like
Before university?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's very nice. And the amazing thing about Kali, in my opinion, is that she's completely self-taught. That's right?
Yes, sir.
And she has not had any formal training, yet she's doing all these harkats and she's doing all these very, very, very complicated things, and I wonder how she's doing it. Frankly, it's I think absolutely crazy in my opinion. But to go on, I asked you this question last week, I know, but I'll ask it again just to see if there is a change in the answer, which is this something that is more of a passion for you, that you do after you come home from your 9 to 5, something which keeps your stomach going? And do you think that is what music is to you, or is this something that you hope one day will become bigger? Which one is it?
Sir, hope like one day it will be.
Okay,
like bigger.
so then that's already clearly there is an ambition there, that she hopes one day that it will become more than simply her passion project, and maybe it will become something for which she is known in the public sphere. Thank you so much,
Thank
Kali,
you, sir.
for singing with us today and joining us again. It was very nice to have you on, and now we will slowly but surely we will shift back to our conversations with Tauquir. And so Tauquir, Kali talks about singing being her passion project and something which she hopes might get bigger at some point of time in her life. Do you have anything like this? Because I know all you computer programmers are always dreaming about how to disrupt some industry or another. So do you have some kind of disruptive idea in your head?
Yeah, basically.
Why am I not surprised? But anyway, go on.
Yeah, so basically, I have one idea. So, which is basically for the betterment of society.
Okay.
So it was a project which we actually started making when in the Kavach hackathon, and it was a problem which was recognized by the government or the Defense Ministry of India. So basically, to detect violence and other suspicious activity via CCTVs. So this was basically the gist of the problem statement, and we are still working on it. We made that, and there we came runners up in that hackathon, and there we also meet IPS of Maharashtra when we went to Mumbai over there, and he also basically congratulated us for being runners up, and he told us to continue what we are doing. And yes, as an engineer, I would really like to contribute to the society and make a startup one day, someday or the other, with my friends, obviously, because they are also my team, which we in the project which we are working on.
Right,
Yeah.
I see. And this particular problem statement that you were saying, recognizing violent activities through CCTV, this must have required a lot of work on graphics and visual and image detection and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yes.
Right. So is this something that you knew about, or was there someone on your team who was an expert in this particular domain?
No, actually, previously I didn't knew about computer
Okay.
vision. This is the basically field of machine learning and
Yeah,
AI
yeah.
and computer vision.
Mhm.
So in my second year, when I first participated in Smart India Hackathon,
Mhm.
and that time the problem statement was different. Basically, that was also a problem statement on machine learning and AI.
Mhm.
Since that time was a period of COVID,
Mhm.
and so the problem statement was according to that we have to detect COVID-19 suspects via CCTV
Mhm.
along with taking their attendance. So basically the problem statement was to detect suspicious activity, not suspicious, detect COVID-19 suspects. So we tried using thermal cameras to
Mhm.
detect whether a person's temperature is high or not, and from there my interest in machine learning and AI grow.
Mhm.
And from that onwards I started taking part on hackathons more often.
Mhm.
And then I got to know about Kavach, and then again I went over there
Mm.
with this problem, another problem statement.
So many interesting things in what you said. Let's go
Yeah.
one by one. So let's start with the more obvious one, which is probably relevant for our viewers. How does one get to know about hackathons if one is a student at university? Where does one look? Is it something that comes through your seniors? Is there a website? Is there a forum? How do you get to know?
Okay. So the first time I came to know about hackathons at my college, my HOD and my faculty told us about that there is an hackathon. So I guess you are a nice student to participate. And so we participated. We formed a team. Me and Ripin were already there, but we formed a bigger team of 6 members.
Mhm.
And eventually we participated and ranked first in our college,
Mhm.
although there were many teams. And we didn't expect that we would be selected all over India,
Mhm.
but we were in the top 5 teams which went to the on-site on Chandigarh.
Mhm.
And there also we lost by 1 or 2 marks because the judges were really happy with our project.
Mhm.
But since we were in second year, so we didn't knew a lot of things about stuff and things. And that time we also didn't interacted with our seniors. So after that hackathon, basically when we returned back, we joined the club and also met our seniors, where I also be the core team member of that club GDSC.
Mhm.
And also there I became a mentor and started mentoring my juniors also accordingly.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's fascinating. There's a lot to unpack there as well, but
Yeah.
but I'll just go back to something before I forget. So, you mentioned about not knowing about a domain, then
Yeah.
coming to know about it, and then maybe retraining, upskilling in it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something which I thought is relevant, which is in the domain, especially of computers and technology. One sees this phenomenon of something being popular for 5 years, 6 years, and then everybody rushes to learn it, and then just when everybody is getting to be an expert in it, it fades, and there is something new which comes up. And I think it's particularly relevant for people who are programmers and who are working with in the field of computer science. So I wanted to ask, in this kind of situation where every few years you're having to change your skill set or learn a new language or learn a new way of looking at things, what according to you is the basic skill set which a student must really have down at university, so that once they enter the job market they will not have a problem going from one skill set to another? What is that basic skill set that is really required in order to deal with the changing world? What would you say?
So basically, the basic skill set which everyone should have is basically the problem solving skill, and which comes only through practice. It's not the technology or the tech stack, but once we start learning or doing one tech stack, it's not that difficult to shift to another, because basically more or less the core concept remains the same, and everyone should know that. And as we all know, the starting round, we all the companies ask DSA and which is basically problem solving. They want to check how much good you are in problem solving. So that's the core point
Right.
overall.
Right. I see. That's fascinating. And just to go off on a slightly, but no, wait. I wanted to ask you. You said you are mentoring young students at university.
Yes.
Wow, that's so. How does that feel now that you are
Yeah.
someone who is mentoring? What do you focus on, or what do you think that you should pass on to them?
Yeah. So definitely, when I started mentoring other students, I saw myself in them when I was in the first year or
Okay.
second year.
Okay.
So I started teaching in third year. I taught them for 1 year,
Mm.
almost. So there I became in the club. I became the DSSCP facilitator,
Mhm.
and I mentored them. I gave them problems. I solved their doubts, and also motivated them to form groups and help each other out first. And if they have any doubts or something, they can always reach us, any of us, in as a senior.
I think what comes out through speaking with Tauquir is that at Techno India University, you do classes, you don't do classes, it's okay, but you have to join the club. I think that is something that is coming out from conversation, and not just with him. I talked to his friend Ripon, I talked to one other student, and I talked to him, and there seems to be something in the air at this particular club that all these young boys and girls, they join it and they get excited about it, and something happens. To go to a more personal domain, tell me a little bit about what about people in your family? How did they react once they figured out that, our son has landed a job? What happened there?
So everyone was happy, especially my mother and grandmother,
Mm.
and they were really excited. And for them, TCS was a really great deal because it's like a government job. They think.
It is.
Yeah. So yes, they were really happy. My father also was very proud, and he was telling his friends also, my son has landed a job at TCS and all. And I felt really proud when things like these happen. So I felt proud because everyone around me was proud of me.
So you were Ahmed ji ki beta for a day.
Yeah.
Your father
Yeah.
went around and telling people
Yeah.
that my son has got a job. And notice how he said it's like a government job in the private sector. So I think
Yeah.
you will be on the marriage market very soon at this rate, having a government job in the private sector. But so what did you eat in your house that day when you got the job? Did you have something special?
Yeah, it was pulao.
Oh, lovely. I think that's very exciting. So, do you think your parents or grandparents are watching us now?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. So, is there
Maybe.
something you would like to maybe tell them that you have not before, now that you are here? Maybe this is your first official interview as someone who has done something in the public sphere. What would you like to tell them?
Thank you for believing in me and making me pursue computer science and this system, and also thank you for supporting me and always being there for me as I live in my house and I don't have to do a lot of work and almost focus on my studies. So thank you for everything.
That's very, very touching, I think. So, to ask you something related to this, do you think, do you have any regrets? Not regrets. Is there something that you wish you did differently in this journey that you have had so far? Or if given a chance, would you do exactly the same?
No, I would have done something different because I wish that the COVID period was not there.
Hmm.
Definitely. Because if that was not there, I would have started early. What I started doing at the end of my second year, I would have started doing it early. And if I would have started doing it early, then I would have learned much better things, a lot of things right now. I would have much more skills than I have still right now.
Right. Just out of curiosity, are you still looking for offers or have you decided on TCS Prime?
No, I am still looking for offers. I am still applying.
He's still applying and he's
Yeah.
still looking. Can you imagine? Ahmed ji ki beta, he's still not satisfied. He's still looking for where it is that he can go.
Stars are really far.
Stars are really far. I think that is the tagline for today's show. Stars are really far. and maybe one has to aim. And I think it's wonderful talking to young people like Tauquir, because I think it is so nice to talk to someone, and in my personal opinion, it's much better than listening to a motivational talk that comes up on my Facebook newsfeed all the time, because he's actually he's a young person who's gone through certain experiences, and listening to him, one also gets a sense of how the younger generation is not afraid to be vocal about their ambition. I think if in my parents' generation or in our parents' generation, if someone landed what he called a government job, that would be the end of their ambition. Ho gaya, that's it, nothing more. But Tauquir is still striving for more. He wants to do more. So I will slowly bring a close to our program. Thank you so much, Tauquir, for joining us today. Before we sign off, I would like to ask you, is there a message you have for the next generation of students of Techno India? What would you like to tell them, and to all of our viewers who are maybe watching?
Yeah. So for my juniors especially, just do it. Whatever you are thinking of that you will do it, whether should I do this or that, just start doing one thing. Don't wait for it that if this is correct or not. Once you start doing it, you will know whether it is for you or not, and do it continuously, because consistency is the key.
I agree with him. I think
Yeah.
doing something every day is more important than trying to do a lot of things and one particular day.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really great note to conclude our program on. So I would like to tell our viewers that we are ending for today, but to not go away, because I think next week, which would be the 31st, which is Friday, we will come back with another episode of this program, where we shall be interviewing students who have gotten successfully placed at some top company, and we will keep it a secret as to who will be coming as of yet. But do join us on Friday the 31st at 7 p.m. We will be live as usual on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So that's it, folks, as Bugs Bunny used to say. Bye bye. And we will see you again on Friday. Thank you, Tauquir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Kali,
Thank you for
for
inviting
joining us. And bye bye, friends. We will see you again